The Visualization TEP, Therapy with Energy and Process, by the Swiss psychologist Vivienne Raube de Coppet. Lesson 10, here a demonstration with an open subject. Ideal when you don't have a specific problem, you do it with where does the parallel breath not pause? It's the advanced free self-help formation with the Visualization TEP.
So Eugenia, last time we worked on your neck that you've had for 2 years. Tell us again, what was the problem?
The problem was a little accident I had that moved a small bone at the base of my skull out of place, and it means that sometimes when I get a little stiff neck, the blood flow to my brain is not so good, and the worst was losing being ability to speak and to see. It was quite frightening, the worst episodes of this migraine. Now it's a lot better. I don't have such bad migraines, but still it's quite tense and causes me a bit of trouble from time to time.
Well, we worked on it last time, and did it help any, or?
I tried this last time. It was focusing on the pain, on the symptom, and visualizing it and taking it outside the body, and I saw it as a flower, which in the end of the visualization was a beautiful golden flower that was sort of growing out of my neck. And I tried this at home. This feeling of freedom when the flower is open and the head is kind of relaxed, I find it really works when I have little symptom, and I find it really nice. Sometimes I feel tension in my head and I feel, oh, I just should open it up, like a flower, and I just should open it up a little bit, loosen it, and I feel, oh, the tension is gone. The big problem comes when there is a lot of tension, then I cannot even move to visualization. I'm all present in this stiff body and in the pain, and I cannot abstract myself from it. That's a problem I found.
So I would suggest, and they told you not to have any massage until,
Before, yes.
and so you can do things, you can do a little neck release, and you know yourself when it's too much, when it hurts, and then you just do a little less. So what I advise you to do is this neck pull, and I'll show it first. You look to the left side, you take your right hand and put 4 fingers just below your ear, and then you just press a little and wait for like a sausage of the muscles to be in front of your fingers, like an energy sausage, and you imagine with your fingers that like light is coming out. When you can press, you can just do it with your hands, but as it hurts, so just imagine light coming out of your fingers, so you have to press almost nothing, just imagine to press, and slowly you let your fingers and this light beams coming out of your fingers move the sausage of muscles or the sausage of energy of your neck in front of you until you get to the middle. In case you lose it, if your fingers are not really in right angle, then you may lose it, and then you just wait and you continue slowly moving this sausage to the other side.
It's really nice, thank you. I think I have to stay in the body to work with the body when it's so bad, the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you can also do is just the parallel breath. You remember how that goes? You
Yes.
can do that lying, or you can do that sitting. So let's just do it sitting. Close your eyes and you imagine to breathe in by your hips. Or you can maybe imagine just from below to take the breath in lots of parallel breaths. And when you breathe out, you imagine new air is coming in through your head and your shoulders and goes down through your whole body and gets out by your hips and legs. And you breathe in again and imagine the energy from below. The parallel breath comes up through your whole body and goes out through your head and shoulders. And when you breathe out, new air comes in and goes down through your whole body. And you continue in your rhythm of respiration. And while you do that, you breathe this parallel breath through your whole body. Just see where the parallel breath goes through. Just accompany the breath and see where it goes through. Just continue looking. And now you feel, you accompany the breath and you feel where it goes through. And while you breathe the parallel breath through your body, observe, see or feel or both, to see and feel where the breath goes through. The idea is that it goes through the whole body like lots of parallel beams going through your body. Does it go through everywhere, or is there a place where it doesn't go through? And see if there is any part where the energy doesn't really go through in your trunk and your head and neck.
Here is the worst part.
Show both sides. Let's choose one of the two. The left. Okay. Now imagine the parallel breath just going through this part of the body, just through your shoulder, just up and down, to feel and see how it doesn't go through. Is it completely blocked, or only the beams that are coming from below blocked, or only the ones from above, or are they can't go through and go around it and continue afterwards, or are they going through but with great difficulty? Or how does the parallel breath not go through that part of your body?
It's like a feeling that there is something solid and the energy from below goes a little bit around it rather than right through.
So the energy from below goes around it and continues afterwards. And the one that comes from above,
It's easier.
that one goes through well or with difficulty?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just stay a while with this. That is a body part that you know that is tense very often and hurts.
All right.
Okay. I'd like to ask for higher help. Your soul, your higher self, a guide, a divine figure. Would you like to ask for higher help?
Yes.
Whom do you ask?
From the higher self.
Your higher self. So let your higher self feel and see how the breath doesn't really go through completely through your left shoulder.
It feels really stiff, you know.
Feels very stiff.
Yeah.
So maybe we could work on this to find out what the message or the picture is of the victim that your shoulder is right now. We could ask your higher self to let a picture come of this shoulder that has been now for 2 years the victim. And just take the first picture that comes. And if you see something, just let me know. What's now?
I'm not sure. I feel like I'm a little bit blocked.
You're blocked.
Yeah. No, it's just that I feel like maybe I'm not ready for the message somehow. I feel like it's like a block. I can't, like it's like a door that I can't yet open somehow. And it's not coming.
Well, we can tell the block we're working on an unconscious level. And the nice thing about this therapy form, the visualization TEP, is that we needn't understand with the left side of our brain. We can understand in pictures with the right side of our brain. And the right side is the one that is responsible also for our body symptoms and understands feelings and understands pictures, images. So the nice thing about it is that we can work without having to understand whatever message we didn't want to understand so far.
I feel like I could open the door into the garden. It's like a slope. The garden is in a slope.
So you see a door.
I opened it already.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I see a garden in front of me, like a summer garden on the slope, and it's got trees in it. Green, sunny.
So with the visualization TEP, we try to put a higher energy into the field of the picture that in the beginning is like a victim, and after putting a higher energy, the picture usually changes because the symptoms are here to tell us, hey, Vivian, there's something you've got to change to be really yourself. So the symptom is like a friend. And in the beginning we think it's an enemy because it hurts. And for 2 years your symptom has been hurting very much. But actually, if we believe that we're a unity of body, mind and spirit. So the symptom is like the body message of telling us, hey Vivian, there's something in your life that could be changed so that you could really be yourself. So what we have done right now, if you saw a door and that opened to the garden that already opened, and now what is it that you see?
It's just the garden so far.
So let's pass the parallel breath through that picture in front of you, bringing it a higher energy. And while you bring the higher energy into this picture, just observe it. And if there is any change, let me know.
I feel there is my conscious mind is like fighting, against what's coming. I feel like a resistance. Because when you just said the word higher energy, I could feel like the air in the garden like explode. I don't know how to. It's like something very powerful, like an explosion in the air. And I feel my conscious mind struggling with that. It's like it doesn't let me see that. It doesn't let me kind of accept it. It doesn't let me see any further.
Oh, what's your conscious mind afraid of? What could be the worst thing that you could see?
Maybe the garden after the fire.
I don't understand.
Maybe the garden, the same garden, but burned after the fire, after the explosion, maybe.
Aha, that could be burnt. What I would like to do is to pass the energy of the 5 elements, and if you remember, we had the thumb that was playing the victim of being lonely, and the right hand that came with lots of love, holding the thumb, and while the thumb feels I'm loved, just let the energy of the earth energy go through your picture in front of you. And while the earth energy goes, you want to hold it yourself,
Yes,
or shall I do it?
yes, I'll do it. Thank you.
And while the earth energy comes from below through your picture, nurturing it,
I felt like this. I remember it. It was a burnout for me, and I felt it in my head even. There was an image. Sometimes in Russia they burn the fields in the spring, and then you just see the burned grass.
Yeah.
And after it comes a new grass. And when I started recovering, when I slept enough and I just started eating, and I felt in my mind it was like burned grass, but the new started growing, the new grass started coming through. That was a beautiful feeling, like I could feel a little bit, a tiny bit, this love of the universe. And I could feel that it's no longer the whole burnt out world, like after a fire. Yeah.
So look now in front of you and see how the nurturing energy from the earth goes through your picture. And while this energy, this earth energy, nurtures your picture, observe it. Observe if there is any change.
Exactly like that. It's like the burnt out garden starts getting a little bit of fresh grass, and the trees, they start looking more alive, although not yet green.
Bring the energy. And maybe you want to hold your index finger in a very protective way. Put all the protection in your arm and hand to protect the index finger. And while the index finger feels this protection, let the rain go through your picture in front of you. And while the rain goes through your picture, observe it. And let the rain go through your picture.
It's the sound, the smell of the wet earth and a little bit of fire, smoke. Old smoke.
The sound and smell of wet earth?
The sound of the rain, sorry. And the smell of the wet earth, yes.
And I didn't get it with the fire?
And a little bit like the kind of smell of the smoke, like something burnt. And the warmth of the water as well.
So let's put now the energy of the element wood, and you remember that with the middle finger you hold it with strength, and transfers the strength to your middle finger, and while your middle finger feels this strength, let the light beams, the universal light beams, go through your picture. And while the universal light beams go through your picture, observe it. And while the universal light beams go through your picture, observe if there is any change.
Some smaller plants started growing, like some flowers coming out.
Some flowers coming out. What color?
I see daffodil.
Daffodils.
Yellow.
And let's now have the energy of the element metal go through your picture. You remember it's your ring finger that you hold. And while the wind goes through your picture, observe the picture. And if there is any change, let me know.
There's a lot more grass and little plants in the garden. And you can kind of hear them, hear the noise of the wind in the grass and the little plants. But it's thick with the grass, brown.
And in the understand. It's what? Thick?
Thick with the grass.
Oh, there's lots of grass.
Right.
Thick with the grass.
Yeah.
Let's put now the energy of the element fire. You remember? It's the little finger, and you hold it, transferring it to warmth. And let now the sunbeams go through your picture. Smile.
It's a funny image because I still don't see the leaves on the trees, but I see an apple.
So there is one apple on a tree without leaves. And do you still see the grass?
Yes, the grass is around. Yes.
So let's go back to the earth energy. Remember, it's the thumb that you hold. And let now the energy of the earth come up through your picture and nurture your picture. And while the earth energy goes through your picture, observe it. And if there is any change, let me know. And while you continue with the nurturing earth energy going up through your picture, observe it.
It's a horse, it's a white horse.
So there is a white horse in the garden, and the tree with the one apple is full of leaves.
Yes, yes.
I'd like to ask your higher self whether that's the picture to integrate or whether we should continue. You nod yes. What does that mean?
Yes, we should. This is a picture.
That is a picture. All right. So imagine you take the picture in and you bring it first to your right shoulder and let this picture go through your whole shoulder. Let every cell see the picture, understand the message in this unconscious way that the right brain understands. And ask every cell to open up to this new picture and this new message. And bring the picture also to the left shoulder. Let every cell of the left shoulder see that picture. And ask every cell to open up to this picture and its new message, so that you can manifest it in your daily life. And bring this picture now to your neck and throat. And let every cell see this picture. I don't know if there are words to it as well.
There is another image.
Another image?
Yes, it's moved on a little bit.
Uh-huh. What
it's,
is it?
It's a unicorn. It's not no longer a horse. It's a white unicorn.
Oh.
And it's got wings, and I'm flying on it. above the fields, and yeah, it's just a beautiful feeling.
Oh, so you're sitting on the unicorn flying through the air. So it's not the picture from before, it's changed.
It's changed. I'm high in the air, above the ground, and I'm just holding the unicorn, I guess, and he's flying me above the ground.
And you said it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
What's that feeling?
Isn't it like inspiration and feeling I can fly? I don't know how to explain.
I can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Integrate that. Have you integrated it already in your shoulders?
Yes.
So integrate it now also into your neck. And especially into that bone that caused the whole problem. And let this picture and this feeling and this knowledge I can fly fill the whole bone. It was displaced, and now sees and opens up to this new picture. I can fly. And let the picture also be integrated in the whole part of your head, your teeth, your mandibula, the whole part of your chin, of your cheeks, the teeth, the bones there. And let every cell feel and see. I can fly. And bring this picture also in the rest of your head, in the bone, into all the cells of the whole head. Let every cell open up to this feeling. I can fly. And bring this picture down also to your whole thorax. Your heart, your lungs, your stomach, intestines, liver and gallbladder, your whole belly. Your arms and hands and your legs. Is there any part of your body that would like to see the picture again, or that we missed out?
I feel full of it. I feel very good.
So afterwards I will ask you to make a design, and the last picture of the unicorn and you flying on it, you'll make a big picture that you put somewhere where you have to see it every day to remind you of integrating this picture every day.
Continue now with lesson 11 of the self-help formation, the first practice where you work with an own problem or symptom with a visualization. You will be guided through this, and you find it through my webpage www.vivianrauber.com, English, YouTube, Visualization TEP, and there you click on lesson 11.